Hello, Micha Zadnikar is my name.
How did you first become involved with the beginning? Like, how did you...
Yeah, this was the story from the end of the 80s, when it was a big lack of places, especially for artists, and also other groups from the civil movements. Around 200 individuals and groups were involved in so-called Network from Metelkova that was established in 1987. And pushing the municipality authorities to have space for this. After the fall of Yugoslavia, it became clear that this might be the place, and it was empty for more than 1 year and a half, or even more. June 91 till September 93 is more than 2 years. It was empty, and the city authorities recognized that it could be appropriate place for artistic, civil rights, political movements and club activities. But then the city council crew changed into quite tricky one that began ruining some buildings in the city without permission. With some quite right-wing expressions and so on. So when they started to demolish the places that were promised to us, to this group, Network for Metelkova, we decided to squat it in September 93. That was basically the idea how to do it.
How many people were initially involved in that original squat?
That night around a little bit more than 200. Not all representatives from this network, because some were not informed, but also some other joined. So it was quite a rainbow beginning. Also, for instance, when there's a Marichas club, it was one motorbike association that was not expected here, but so far we opened the place for everybody.
Can you describe what was that first night like when 200 people were coming here?
Yeah, it was guarded. The municipality has a security guy on the door and it was closed. It was a huge fence over there on the main entrance. Here it was everything demolished, so it was impossible to approach from the side of Celica. Because as you see these ruins, it's basically a monument of the action of the beginning of September 93. They started to demolish here. So we climbed over the fence and said the security guy that we are not armed, that nothing would happen. And firstly we came in the place, the infantry, it's called Peshci, that means infantry, from the military vocabulary, that means the place where is Galahala, Channel Zero, and this was the first squatted place. And it was very strong public support overnight. That means that the news that Metelkova was squatted was in the mass media, on the daily newspapers, on the front page, in the marked especially, and it was really strong public support. For instance, when they switched off electricity and closed the water for the place a couple of weeks later, certain fireman organization and firewomen came without asking them to bring water and some supplies for the place. So I think it was still this kind of continuity of socialistic times. Nowadays I doubt something like this would happen.
After it had been squatted and there were all those people there, how did organizations start to develop to actually give it structure?
From the beginning we established so-called direct democracy. So that means there were everyday meetings of the whole population of Metelkova, and we were making decisions like it is in a way still nowadays with the forum. We were making decisions by consensus, not by compromises. So that means that everybody should agree, and he or she could have remarks certain explanation of the stuff. So this was basic organization. But of course, in such huge groups, there are always at least two directions. So that means one was more radical, the other one was interested mostly in having bureaucratic apparatus sitting in the office and delivering keys to the artists. They were not interested in the club life, in other activities, mostly like this is only a place for the artists without studios.
And how did those two different directions reconcile and be able to move forward with Metelkova and develop into what it
In
is?
certain periods it was quite constructive, and then in 1999 this more bureaucratic group left, and it was kind of increasing of the more radical groups that were recognizing beside artists also the nightlife, which was of course quite risky because media and public were not recognizing artistic life that much as nightlife. You know what I mean? There are lots of artists here, but their role in Metelkova is underrated because they're not so popular in media. If you are announcing a concert, this is much more, it attracts more attention that artist who is doing somewhere in silence for years. And so in certain periods we needed to stress this artistic point much more.
Was there ever a period in which there were many activities happening daily? Or?
No, this is great luck, because majority is, as I said, artists plus night workers, people who are working in clubs and venues. And there were many ideas as to establish kindergarten, several activities, library or daily kitchen, but so far it's our weakest point.
What do you think can be done to improve these things? Are there people working towards that right now at all, or?
Well, certain people who have ideas are certainly welcome to start things like this, but so far they're not here. But the crew that is here is too much exhausted. They have a lot of responsibility with other things. It's impossible to run kindergarten if you have so many other activities. You need to run just like this. Just one point. Not being involved at the bar from 9 o'clock in the evening till the morning, and then you need to sleep during the day if you're busy like this.
Do you think that that like the contract you guys are negotiating with the city, do you think that could maybe help in getting these kind of everyday programs?
Yes and no. Hopefully the articles that were discussed here on the forum will be accepted also from municipality. Yes. Things will go on in a good way for Metelkova. I think it's different when you have a contract and you are established as an institution, and then you are doing and dealing with huge incomes for, let's say, kindergarten. It's a different way than in the case that you establish it on your own from grassroots. It's totally different political, economic approach.
Do you think it would change the image of Metelkova?
Of course, yeah. But this image was changing so many times that hopefully it will be not so drastic. Hopefully it will not become local story, because in the beginning of millennium, place was quite established. It's very well known all over the world. It's ridiculous, but in certain areas more than Ljubljana. People know Metelkova, but they don't know Ljubljana.
How important is Metelkova's reputation, I guess, in the eyes of the rest of Ljubljana? Because it seems pretty autonomous. People here wouldn't quite care what others think of them. So I guess how important is public relations?
Once we made this slogan saying, because it's called Metelkova Mesto, and the slogan was Metelkova City, Ljubljana Village. Yeah.